YouTube. Now working my way into the criminally underplayed by me guitars. This is a Yamaha Session 2 820. And if you go by Yamaha, the numbers basically there, the 820. The 8 is about 800 quid's worth. The 2 is for the number of humbuckers it's got, and the 0 is for the number of single coils it's got. So it's a very rough guide, the 8 series thing, but the higher the first number the better. You get the basic one's like a 112, so it'd be like 1 series, like about 100 and something quids. 1 humbucker, 2 single coils, 112. Yeah. So this one is made in Japan. It might be a Japan only guitar. The only information I could find was a is it? Am I out of sync again? No, it seems to be alright. Sorry. Yeah, the only thing I could find in this was a Japanese a magazine advert, and all the writing was in Japanese, so I didn't really know what any of the wood or anything is made of. But being high end, it'll all be very fancy wood, I'm pretty sure. It's got like a carved top on it, quite nice. Kind of looks a bit like an Ibanez S series, I thought, but it's nothing like an Ibanez S series. It weighs a ton, and it's more like a Les Paul, I would actually have said. It feels really expensive and really significant. So yes, so I'd imagine we're talking about a rosewood fingerboard. The only thing that's really letting it down is that, see the pickup surrounds, they're kind of plastic with gold paint on them, and the paint is flaking off. And then one of the things I find annoying about it is the fact it's like, this is a black plastic pickup surround with the paint coming off, and this is a white plastic pickup surround with the paint coming off. And it's actually coming off the tops of the pickups as well. So they look like they're metal covers, but they're actually plastic covers. But apart from that, it's surviving remarkably well. I reckon this is from about 1986, something like that. The SE series before they became Pacificas. I think so. After this, I think you would have the RGX series, which are a little bit more Ibanez RG shaped, and then after that you get the Pacificas, and they're still Pacificas kicking about at this time. I had to replace. This one didn't come with the Floyd Rose top bolts. So I put these ones on, and they're a different size of thread than normal Floyd Rose ones. So basically I just used Phillips head bolts that I got in B&Q because they were the right size thread, and just cut them down to size, so it doesn't look brilliant. And instead of needing an Allen key to adjust them, you need a screwdriver. If I could be bothered, I would eventually work it out. I could of course have taken off the clamp thing and used another one, but that's the original one, so I just left it on. With the Yamaha Japanese stuff, generally everyone's got Japan written on it, like the tuners say Japan on it, says Japan on the headstock. They don't hide these things. The Floyd Rose on it is a massive thing. I don't know if you can see just quite how over the top it is. If you look in the back, you can see it's like it's got like a mad bar thing that you hook the strings around, which is very interesting. It's got this Yamaha super joint playability system going on there as well, and look at where the input jack is, which is where all input jacks should be. What a brilliant position for it, because it just puts it immediately straight round your strap, which you always do anyway, and it's out the way, and it means you can play sitting down, it doesn't get in the way there. You're not going to snap it off on the front, and it also you can stand the guitar upright against the wall, so it doesn't stick out. So that's a great thing. 2 volumes. I still can't get used to the fact that this is the neck volume, then the bridge volume. Master tone control, that's a push pot, but unlike the Ibanez RG530 I've got, you can actually tell when the push pot's up because it sits up, like it's like the end of a pen, so you can tell when it's out and you can tell when it's in. Whereas in the Ibanez, it seems to sit at the same level. So if you want to know whether you're in single coil mode, you have to play it and then press it and go, alright, there's a humbucker now, and then you put it back to single coil. So you've always got to press it at least twice. It's like at least once every time you play. Yeah. So I've got a gig tonight, so I'm just doing this to kill some time. I hate hanging about waiting for a gig. I was meant to be getting a car and then it's fallen through again, so I'm having to get a lift off the bass player, which is nice. I should be using this guitar for the band, but I'm not. coil split. Neck pickup. Both pickups with the coil split on. That's me using, I've got the rat pedal on, playing through my wee laney there, so if I turn that off, you'll hear it says single coil and it sounds expensive. Neck. Bridge. I'd maybe run, I might lower the neck pickup a little bit and raise the bridge a little bit. It seems to be a wee bit louder on the neck, I think. In a while, it's not feeling very in tune. Yeah, there we go. So just got a flight. What I've not mentioned yet is this tremolo, which does something that I think I've seen Floyd Rose himself do it with his tremolos, but I've never had one that actually does this. See, when you just tap it, you get that. Back onto the rat pedal. It goes up the way as well. Maybe not holding tune brilliantly well. This guitar has had Alexa strings put on it about 2 years ago and has been played in total about half an hour since then. So not liking that G. Or maybe I just tightened it too hard last time. this is still not. I'm just not. Cannot trust a Floyd Rose of any description whether it's going to stay in tune. It's going to be that G string again. Is that G? I wonder if I've maybe not tightened the bolt up quite enough. I've been pretty much abusing it quite a lot there though. I think this guitar is well named as a Session 2. This is very much what I think a session player would play. You know, a guy wearing a suit turning up, and it's like you're to play whatever it is you're after. You know, it's like whether you want to be like a Strat or a Les Paul or playing metal or jazz or anything like that. I think this just basically would cover it all, and it's a very, very comfortable instrument. It's totally perfectly balanced. My main gripe about it is it's not particularly flash. It's very understated. Okay, it's quite shiny, but it's not really exciting to look at. I actually put this up for sale last week. Thankfully nobody bought it because I'm not going to sell it now. In saying that, I prefer it in looks wise to the Yamaha Pacifica range, which I just don't like the look of. But I'd imagine there's the 800 series Pacifica, it will be on a par with this level wise. You know, if you're really talking, once you get up to the sort of high hundreds in Yamaha, you really are talking proper pro level instruments, as good as you can get. And aside from the fact that this isn't particularly, well, I don't know, maybe looking at it, it does actually look pretty cool, but it's just, it's not, you know, it's not spiky. It's not like this. It doesn't have a massive eagle on it. And the guitar I'm playing tonight, the West Tone, it's like shaped like a lightning bolt and it's silver sparkle. It could maybe have done with being, you know, sparkle pink or something like that. Would maybe have just given it that glammy look, which I like. Maybe a little bit bland, but it plays fantastic. It really feels. It feels more expensive than just about any other guitar I've got, actually. It's in very good condition considering how old it is. Apart from the fact that there's obviously they've had some issue with the paint coming off the pickup surrounds. I could maybe paint it myself. I was thinking actually I did buy gold pickup surrounds for another project at one point, you know, actual metal ones, but the thing is these have got the 3 height adjustment screws so you can tilt the pickups, which I like anyway, so the pickup sounds I had didn't have that. Plus I'm not sure they maybe look too new. You know, I kind of want ones that are faded a bit the way the bridge has and the knobs have. It's got metal knobs as well. But what an easy guitar to play. I need to get used to using a whammy bar a bit more. The thing with whammy bars is they're never at the same place depending on which guitar it is, so although I'm using one just now in the band, the whammy bar sits an awful lot higher than this, so you just got to get used to where it is, and so that when you bang it down you don't accidentally mute the strings. Just in case you get used to it. And then volume control in the wrong place. wee bit of flame coming through on the neck actually as well. So I'm looking at it there. Again, it's not going to show up, is it? No, right at that bit you can't see because of the reflection. Very pretty. I need to get a back plate for it. Doesn't have one, but that's quite good for showing off just that ridiculous trem with this metal bar thing that you hook the things into. So lovely guitar, it really is. I think if I was a bit more sensible, I would actually be playing this tonight. You can see it's carved there, rather than playing the West Tone. But the West Tone just looks so fantastic with its sparkliness. Whereas this is, I don't know, it's grown on me. I think it's one of these things that, see, because I've had it hanging on the wall there for the last couple of weeks when I looked it out, not playing it, just looking at it, the more you look at guitars that are a slightly odd shape, the more you end up liking them. It's just a case of, you know, just getting used to looking at it. And the same thing happened with Phil there. I now think Phil is a fantastic looking guitar, whereas when I got it, it was like, oh my god, it's hideous. Whereas now I actually like it. So I think it's just a case of getting used to looking at it. I think that's what puts people off odd shaped guitars all the time, because they're so used to looking at Strats and Les Pauls and Tellys. When you see something that isn't one of them, you're just kind of like pure, I don't know. Whereas this suffers from that. But lovely guitar. Right, rock on. And if you're in Cumbernauld tonight, we're playing at somewhere called the Yellow. It's either the Yellow Bar or the Submarine Bar. I don't think it's the Yellow Submarine Bar, but never mind. Right, rock and roll.